Good afternoon. It is Friday the 5th of June and it's my husband's birthday tomorrow, so we're off to Norwich, and we've never been together. We've been separately many years ago but not together, so really looking forward to it. The weather's been so iffy. One minute it's sunny, the next minute it's raining. It's quite sunny at the moment, but we've had a terrible downpour this morning, so I don't know what it's going to be like, but we're going to go anyway. We've booked a restaurant tomorrow, we've booked a fantastic hotel. And I thought I would just pop on this morning. And by the way, I will try and take you around a little bit of Norwich when we're there. It just depends on weather and also husband. Obviously, I want to spend time with him. But just before we set off, I need to do my hair. And what I'm going to do, and this is 3 or 4 day old hair now, what I'm going to do is use my straighteners, because I think I mentioned that I was going to give this a go. And then my daughter was here last week and she showed me how she does it, or at least she showed me how she does it, and then I did it while she was here and it seemed to work. So fingers crossed, this is about what, the 3rd or 4th time we've tried this. We're going to give it a go again today. So I've heated up the straighteners. These are the GHD, I think they are curves. They're slightly curved, but they're quite old. They're not the sort of newest ones, but they are slightly curved and they seem to work. So before we do anything else, I have managed to get my grubby little mitts finally, or at least I've bitten the bullet. I'm mixing metaphors like nobody's business. This is the ORIBE Gold Lust Dry Heat Protector Spray, which a lot of you told me I needed. You told me I needed a dry heat protector spray. So that is what I'm using. Now, I have to be a bit careful because it's got fragrance in it. And as you know, I'm allergic to fragrance. So we're just going to do the ends, really. We're just going to try not to get it on the scalp. But that should do, I think. So, it does smell very nice, but it costs an absolute bomb. I think it's about 45 quid. But it is very nice. Anyway, so I'm protecting my hair, and what we're going to do is we'll take the top up, just pin it up so that we do the bottom bit first. Like so. Now you do have to be a bit of a contortionist, as we've probably discussed on the channel before. And so I've got the glove on. And one of the things I mustn't do is not take 2 large sections at a time. So we'll try not to do that. And then what you have to do is you have to turn the straighteners upside down. Let me just check in my mirror. And then what you do is you turn it once like that. And then you just come down like that, she says, hopefully. And you get a ringlet. Now, I don't want the end to be too ringlety, so we might straighten it a bit. Well, we'll worry about that in a minute. Let's move that. Okay, success. We've managed to do one. That's all good. So let's take another piece. And then while I do this, I think I'll just speed this up because otherwise you'll die of boredom. This is the best I'm going to be able to do today. So as you can see, it's not the easiest, but I'm determined to master it because I do not want to take all these tools with me. And my hair gets so flat, as you will have seen in videos. My hair is very flat and I don't want to take my hot brush because that's really heavy. And the voltage might be wrong for the US anyway, even with an adapter. So I just want to keep it really simple and just take one pair of straighteners. So I'm just going to have to suck it and see, really. Anyway, this is what we've ended up with. I'm just going to let it cool down for a little bit and then I'll come back and show you what it's looking like. Well, I've zhuzhed it up a bit, so it won't last anyway. So by the time I get to Norwich, it will have fallen down probably, but at least it looks a little bit more zhuzhy. So I'm all packed and ready. I've got my makeup on. I'm just taking my little Nomad Lane bag. I'll probably show you this when we get to the hotel if I can. We're in 2 different rooms because we thought we booked the room for 2 nights. We hadn't, in fact. So we're in one room tonight and a different room tomorrow in a hotel called the St Giles in the centre of Norwich. So really excited about it. Like I mentioned, the weather's been a bit dodgy, but at the moment it's looking really nice. So we're going to set off in about, what time is it now? It's in about 3/4 of an hour. And so I'll either talk to you later, or if I don't talk to you later, I will definitely talk to you tomorrow at some point after the birthday boy's had his prezzies. Good afternoon. It is Monday and we got back from our weekend in Norwich yesterday and we had a really lovely time. The hotel was very interesting. It was this very grand hotel, or at least some of the suites and the rooms were grand, although I'm not sure that it was brilliantly run because, first of all, the room that we booked for the second night, because for various reasons which I won't bore you with, we ended up with 2 different rooms. One on Friday and one on Saturday. And the one on Saturday was the one I originally booked, and that was meant to be a suite, a junior suite, but it wasn't a suite. So I was a little bit annoyed about that. In fact, I wrote to complain. Thought they might give me a free room, you never know. Anyway, we should have had a suite. We only had a room, but it was a really nice room. And the only other issue we had was that the huge suite that we had booked sort of last minute on the Friday, which was an actual suite, it was amazing, didn't have any heating on. It was really quite cold. So it was quite funny because they had to send someone in to sort of turn it on. Apparently they decided sort of arbitrarily the week before to turn it off in the entire hotel. So then they had to come and turn it on sort of radiator by radiator. It was all a bit weird. Anyway, never mind, it was fine and the rooms were very comfortable. You're going to think I'm so picky, but honestly, they offered this breakfast with Greek yoghurt, and I'm sorry, but the yoghurt was not yoghurt. It was some kind of like weird cream thing from an aerosol. That's what it looked like and tasted like, to be honest. I'm sure you can imagine I'm a really easy guest, not. Anyway, it was a lovely hotel apart from that, and the great thing was it was right in the centre of town, so it was very close to everything. And we found this really great bar just round the corner, which had some fantastic gins, which they seem to be making in and around in Norfolk. So I had something called the Ocean not ocean view, but some kind of oceany gin, which was very, very nice. And then we found this lovely Italian pasta restaurant, which we went to. And the restaurant we were meant to be going to on Saturday was called Chop, and it's above a pub called the Edith Cavell. And Edith Cavell was a nurse who was shot by the Germans during the First World War for helping British soldiers escape from Belgium, I believe. And so she's very well celebrated in the city. And anyway, this restaurant we went to, it was a bit of a disaster. They were having a really bad night. There was no manager, but the sort of senior staff member had a meltdown and said she had to take time out. She actually left about 10 minutes after we'd got there. We were there on time. We had to wait for our table. We didn't actually get seated for 15 minutes. But while we were waiting, she had a meltdown and went outside, said, "I need time out." It was all a bit weird. Anyway, we sat down eventually at about 8:15. And then by 10 to 9, so half an hour later, we had no food. They had no idea what we'd ordered because I had been emailed by the restaurant a few days before to ask what we wanted because it was a cut of meat that they were going to prepare and all of that. Anyway, they had none of that. They didn't have a record of that or anything. So at 10 to 9, we just thought we're going to pull the plug and go. So then we went back to the pasta restaurant. Luckily, they had a table and it was lovely. So really nice weekend. And it only took us just over an hour to get home. So we had a lovely time. It was a really nice little break. And it's the first city that we visited, not counting London, since we moved here last July. So it was nice to be in a city for a change. And it's a nice little compact centre area. And there's lots of arts and culture. In fact, it was the first UNESCO City of Culture, I believe, but it has a very, very famous university called the University of East Anglia with a very, very celebrated Masters in Creative Writing where a lot of famous writers have either attended or lectured there. So today we had the builder round and the windows guy again, and we actually have a start date for the work, and it's going to start in 2 weeks. 2 weeks today, in fact. So I am going to miss quite a lot of it when I'm in the States, but that's quite good really because it'll all be the sort of dirty work, the steels, the knocking down walls and all of that and putting up the steels. So I'm fine with that. But obviously there's a load of prep to do because we really know very little about what's going to happen, because part of the reason, well, we know what's going to happen in terms of knocking down walls and putting up steels, but until we sort out the fireplace, for example, we don't really know how much wall space we're going to have at the back there and what we're going to take for the kitchen. So although we've got an outline for the design of the kitchen now, we still don't know how much space we're going to have, so we can't make a lot of decisions. So what I've decided to do, because of course I'm going to be away for 3 whole weeks, I am going to do a detailed plan. I'm sure my husband's going to love me. I'm going to do a detailed plan of every single room and my sort of aspirations for the room, but really detailed, like where I want the plug points, where I want the light switches, all of that kind of stuff, as well as all the sort of bigger stuff. And then he's got something to work with because I'm going to be on different time zones. I'm not really going to be able to be in touch very regularly, so I'll have to trust him. I do trust him, of course I do. He's got really good taste, but if I give him those sort of bones, then he's got something to tweak. He's got a plan to tweak or tear up or whatever. So I'm going to do that before I go, and it's not long. I mean, I go in, well, it's actually 4 weeks today that I fly out. So very exciting. So that's the house. Then in terms of what's happening for the next 4 weeks, so I've got videos in the pipeline I'm going to be recording. I have also received and paid for with my own money the new Glam Girl Gabby eyeliners. And so my plan is to do a comparison between the Victoria Beckham eyeliners and the new Glam Girl Gabby eyeliners, which are called Mature Beauty. So really looking forward to trying them out. I'm going to do that on Wednesday. They'll come out on Sunday. So that's one of the videos in the pipeline. I've also got some SPFs, which I'm going to be sharing with you, some new ones to me. And I've also got a few eye makeup removers. So there's lots of sort of beauty stuff coming up. I will try and do another fashion video, even if it's part of a vlog, or it might be a Sunday one. I don't know yet. But of course, I'm going to do a packing video at some point because I need to start packing. Well, not now, but in a couple of weeks, I need to start thinking about what I'm going to take to the US. I need to try and keep it as minimal as I can, but I do find that so difficult because I am going to be in different sorts of weather because I'm going to be going from Chicago down through Arizona to Los Angeles and then up to Seattle. So I'm going to get all sorts of different weather. I assume it's probably going to be a bit like here. So I need to pack for all of that, but I will try to keep it to a minimum. So that's another video. Oh, something else to mention as well. So, you know, I had a bit of a mess. I was trying to do my hair earlier on in this vlog. I have decided to buy, well, I have bought the new, well, they're not new. Let me rephrase that. I've decided to buy, or have bought, the GHD Chronos, because I was looking for a straightener that didn't have casing, that got hot, because my GHDs, that casing is so hot that it is really difficult for me to twist it without wearing a glove, and I don't really want to have to wear a glove if I don't have to, but I do have to with those. They really do get hot. So apparently this Chronos GHD straightener doesn't have a hot casing. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I'm mentioning this now because when I looked on their site today and bought the Chronos, they've actually got 25% off with a particular code. So I'll put it on the screen. It's nothing to do with me. This is just a code that I happened to find. And 25% off did make a decent inroad into the cost of these Chronos GHD straighteners, which are expensive. I mean, they're about £290, I think. But with the 25% discount, that did take it down quite a bit. So I'll put it on the screen and down below in the description box because it seems to be valid for a little while yet. So definitely worth checking out. And then finally, I said I was going to talk about my book in this vlog and just clarify some of the points that people have raised about it, but I haven't had that many questions, so I thought possibly a lot of you may not have seen that post, because in that post I asked you for questions if you had any about my book, which is A Gentler Way to Lose a Few Pounds. Now I appreciate most of you probably not interested in losing a few pounds, don't need to lose a few pounds, but for those of you who do and are unsure, because I can see that about 500 or more people have actually clicked on the link, but when they see the price, and I think that's the elephant in the room really, when they see the price, the cost of the book, they balk or they hesitate. And so I completely understand that, and I thought I would address that and any other questions you've got in next week's vlog. So under this vlog, if you've got any questions about the book, including about the price and the postage as well, which is horrendous for those of you outside the UK, particularly in the US, Australia, New Zealand and Canada. So if you've got any book related questions at all, then please put them down below in the comments and I will address them in next week's vlog. So I think we'll leave it there. Otherwise, as you know, I will ramble on and on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you'd like to hear more from me, I have a monthly newsletter. And the link to subscribe to that is in the description box below, along with a link to my book if you're interested in looking at that. Thank you so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me. And I hope you're all doing really well. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video on Sunday. Bye.